Hello everyone, Namaste and welcome back to my channel. For today's class, you'll need a resistance band or a long piece of cloth just to hold on to because we are working on the mobility of our shoulders. To start off, come into a seated position on your mats in a Vajrasana or any seated position of your choice. If not, you could also do these movements by standing up on your mat. Let's raise the hands at shoulder line and bend your elbows to bring your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders. Now, as you breathe in, elongate your hands so that you can straighten out your elbows and stretch up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, come back down, bring your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders. Breathing in as you go up, trying to create a little stretch in the spine, and breathing out as you come down. Just make sure that your elbows are at shoulder line here when you come down, and take your time to practice slow and deep breathing so that you can slow down the movement of your hands. So breathing in, go up, see if you can stretch up a little bit more here, creating just a little bit more space in your vertebrae. Let's do that one more time. This time when you go up, stay here and just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down with your fingertips, maintain them at the tops of your shoulders. Let's now continue to work on those shoulder blades. So take a deep breath out, breathing in. As you breathe out, bring your elbows together in front of you so that your elbows can touch. Breathing in, stretch your hands out and try to bring your shoulder blades as close as you can, taking the elbows slightly behind the shoulder line. Breathing out, bring your elbows to touch in the front. And breathing in, take your elbows back so that you can really feel a nice little pull in your shoulder blades. Let's do that a couple of more times, taking this as slow as you can, breathing with each movement, trying to open up the chest as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, bringing your elbows together in the front. Let's hold with our elbows back this time, just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center, release your hands down along your thighs and maybe wiggle out your shoulders a little bit if you need to. Okay, let's now come into some shoulder rotation. So raise your hands in front of you, bring your fingertips to the tops of your shoulders and bring your elbows to touch in front of your chest. As you breathe in, rotate your elbows up towards the ceiling. Try to point them back towards the wall behind you. Breathing out as you come down along your rib cage and then bring your elbows to touch in front of your chest. That makes one rotation. So take this with your own breathing. Breathing in as you go up and back. Breathing out as you come down along the rib cage and then bringing the elbows to touch in front of the chest. Let's do that 3 more times in this direction, trying to make big circles with the elbows so that we can really work on rotating within that shoulder joint. So when you go back with your elbows, think of bringing your shoulder blades closer to each other just a little bit so you can feel that squeeze between the shoulder blades. Now, once you've completed your 5 rounds, reverse the direction of your rotation. So take your elbows by your rib cage back as you breathe in and breathing out up towards the ceiling and then bringing the elbows to touch in front of your chest. Remember that you can always change your seating position. You can come out of a Vajrasana or choose to sit up on a chair or come into a standing position as well. Okay, once you're done, bring your hands on top of your thighs just for a moment here and notice that with these shoulder movements, you really have the urge to move your head and neck as well. So, breathing out, bring your chin to the top of your chest, and as you breathe in, take your head back in a circle over the right shoulder. Let your head fall back over the left shoulder as you breathe out and bringing the chin back to the chest in front of you. Let's do that 3 times. So, 3 times in this direction, and then you will reverse the direction of your rotation. So, you will take your chin over the left shoulder, back over the right shoulder, and front. Remember to be super gentle with your neck. This is a very delicate joint and area to move. And when you do shoulder movements, it's super important to stretch out the sides of the neck as well. So, moving the head over the shoulders, back and in front of you, creating a nice rotation in the head will help to stretch out the back of the neck as well as the sides and the front of your throat. So take this super gently and remember you can keep your eyes open or closed. Okay, let's now use those warm shoulders to come into a cat pose. So kneel down on all fours, making sure to place your wrists beneath the shoulders and your knees beneath the hips. Breathe in to prepare here. And as you breathe out, round the shoulder blades, round the spine, and point the tailbone down towards the mat as your chin comes to the chest. Breathing in, arch the spine, point the tailbone up, and look up. Breathing out as you round the back and bring your chin to the chest. Pause here for a second to feel a nice stretch between your shoulder blades. And breathing in, look up, arching the spine and feeling a contraction in your lower back. So remember to hold for just 1 second in each of the positions so that we can really feel the effect of this practice on the shoulder blades, the neck, and the entire spine. Using cat pose to warm up the entire length of the spine, but pausing in each position just to feel a stretch and focus this movement on the shoulders. Just one more to go. Okay, when you're done, sit back in a Vajrasana or come onto your feet so that you can stand up for this portion of the practice. We're now going to use that resistance band or that piece of cloth just to open up the shoulders a little bit more. So take that resistance band behind you and place your palm inside of the loop. If you're using a cloth, then just hold at a comfortable distance around shoulder width behind you. Breathing in, really roll back your shoulders and open up the chest. Breathe out completely here to prepare. And as you breathe in, take your hands away from the back of your spine with your elbows super straight. Breathing out as you come back down. Breathing in, really try to lift your hands away from your body behind you, and breathing out, come down. If you're really feeling flexible enough to do so, then breathe in, take your hands away from the body, and breathing out, fold over your legs, trying to bring those hands up towards the ceiling. Do this super carefully. And breathing out, come back to the neutral position. So this is an alternative to open up those shoulders in this practice even more, but make sure you're only practicing whatever is comfortable for you. So take this super slowly if you need to. So breathing in, take the hands away from you. Breathing out, fold over your legs. Hold here for maybe 5 to 10 counts, feeling a nice stretch from the front side of your shoulders, your chest, and really creating some mobility in that joint. Gently come back up now and wiggle out your shoulders if you need to. Maybe move from side to side if you feel any tension in your shoulder blades, just to release them here. Okay, for this next pose, we're going to start off with holding that resistance band on the right side. We have two options here. So take your right hand up to the ceiling and fold it behind you. And using your left hand, try to hold that resistance band from the underside of your shoulder. So we're going to try to use that resistance band to bring our fingers as close as possible together. So in the left option, you have no resistance band and just using your arms, bringing your fingers together to create a nice link between them. And on the right side, we're making use of that resistance band or that piece of cloth to really open up those shoulders to bring your hands as close as possible to each other. Now let go of your left hand gently and release your arms by your sides. Let's do that once again, this time using your left hand. So hold that resistance band with your left hand now. Take it up, over and behind your shoulders so that you can use your right hand from underneath to interlock your fingers or come onto that resistance band as close as you can to the left hand on top. So really trying to make a nice link between both your arms and hold here wherever you're comfortable to do so, trying to bring those arms as close to your spine as possible. So really open up the chest, stay here. We're here for around 10 deep breaths and close your eyes, trying to enjoy that stretch in both the shoulders. So feel the difference in your shoulders this time because you're already warm from doing it on the other side. Stay here for 5 to 10 deep breaths, and when you're ready, slowly let go of your hands one by one along the sides. Okay, we're now done with that band. We don't need it anymore for class today. When you're done placing it on the side, come into the last nice little stretch to finish off today's class and really open up those shoulders, but feeling a nice stretch for the underside of your shoulders and for the backs of your arms. So come into a cat pose and you can slide your hands in front of you just a little bit and then pushing the hips back so that you can bring the elbows down to the floor and bring the forehead down to the mat. So this is a nice stretch for the entire length of your spine. But if you'd like, I've also shown you another option here to remain in a relaxation pose and use it to stretch out the back as well. So choose any one of these poses to feel a little relaxation after you've done all of those shoulder mobility exercises. So that's going to be it from me today. You can remain here for between 2 to 3 minutes if you really want to relax in this pose, and then come into a Vajrasana, practice palming, rub your palms together, place it over your closed eyes and then gently release your hands. I hope you enjoyed this super quick shoulder focused mobility and flexibility class. If you did, please give this video a like down below and let me know how you're feeling in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video.